Money FM 89.3. Best of breakfast. Companies to watch.
Good morning. Yes, it's time for that segment where we give you some ideas of what to look at more closely. And we welcome back Dan Koh. Good morning.
Thanks for bringing me back into the hot seat. I'm back from the land of dragons and EVs, Ryan. Yes, if you don't already know, I've been away for the past about, I think, 5 days in China. Because I had the privilege and the honor to, head on over for a very special BYD media trip.
Yeah, tell us more about this trip. Which part of China and what did you see exactly from BYD?
Well, I went to both Zhengzhong and Shenzhen. Yes, but they were the outskirts of the cities that I went to. So I gotta say though, I'm really impressed with the infrastructure that I've seen in China, because the last time I was there was almost like 15, 16 years ago. And my goodness, I think the roads are maybe a lot cleaner than what we have here. But yes, if you don't already know, I'm hinting at a company that we're talking today. We're talking about BYD, Ryan, because I think it's pretty timely, especially since I got back from this trip. What better time than now to talk about BYD, especially since they just released their recent earnings results. But about my experience there, I have to say, it did convince me that BYD might be the future. Right?
Okay, so you had the factory floors. I think you were at the innovation center as well. So you saw all the features that are going to be up and coming that are going to be upcoming for the market, and we can look forward to a lot to get people excited about.
Oh, so much to look forward to. I went to the Shenzhen factory. That's BYD's only factory port integrated development base. I saw how they assembled the vehicle, basically. I went to D-Space as well. That's China's first new energy vehicle museum. It integrates different automotive culture, design, and technology all into one space. So if you want to find out more about what EVs or how China's approach to EV is making it one of the biggest players in the world, that is one place you might want to visit as well. And of course, the floating experience with the Yang Wang U8. And wow, my goodness, that's pretty mind-blowing. Have you ever imagined floating in a car? Imagine a car just floating in the water.
So it's an amphibious vehicle.
Yeah.
So it goes on the road and in the water.
Exactly. So it's pretty cool because that's designed to withstand extreme weather conditions, including flash floods. And I was told that the vehicle can float for up to 30 minutes and it can even maneuver in water. Wow. So you can go back and forth, left and right. So that's pretty cool.
Yep.
But of course, the highlight of the trip has to be the test drive.
Yeah, with weather these days, I think U8 is going to be handy with all the rain and so and whatnot.
I've been following,
Lots of stuff to talk about when it comes to BYD, which of course is one of the biggest players in the EV space. Walk us through some of the numbers you have.
Okay, so now BYD, it's going up and up. Sales last year surpassed the $100 billion mark. That's leapfrogging the Tesla on revenue. And that comes even as, the Chinese auto giant faces stiff competition and continues to wow consumers with a range of electric and hybrid vehicles packed with high-tech features. And, backed by the legendary Warren Buffett himself, the Shenzhen-based BYD reported revenue of 777 billion yuan. That's $107 billion for the 12 months ended December 31st, up 29%, beating estimates. The EV maker's net income rose 34% year-on-year, also beating estimates. Net profit leaped about 73.1%, and that's reaping the rewards of lower prices and higher sales than rivals. For the whole of last year, profit rose 34% to a record 40.3 billion yuan on revenue that was up 29%.
Yeah. So it's making a lot of headway at home in China, but also overseas. Where are some of the big markets you're looking at?
Yeah, so we're looking at the various markets from the likes of, China specifically. And of course, here in Asia, I think that's where they're getting the biggest impact on, especially since they're making it a lot more affordable for many countries and to adopt a sustainable approach when it comes to automobiles. Now, the Chinese company, whose overseas sales rose to about more than 400,000 vehicles last year. They've recently just announced that they have also raised $6 billion of fund expansion plans as it sets its sights on further overseas expansion. And this also includes, building factories in Europe and South America. But for the US now, BYD doesn't exactly sell passenger cars there yet because of the punitive tariffs on made-in-China automobiles. But its inroads in Europe, places like in Asia like Singapore, Thailand, as well as Australia. These are fundamentally some of the places that it's likely to help them boost numbers for 2025. And it also comes just last week, if you remember, that, Wang Chuanfu announced a battery charging system that basically allows EVs to charge for 400 kilometers in just 5 minutes.
Yeah, full charge in 5 minutes is groundbreaking and could change the minds of folks who have been on the fence about maybe getting one because they've been worried about finding a charger and the time it takes.
And this is something that I've been hearing on the ground a lot when it comes to EVs, like the anxiety, the range anxiety that they face, especially in countries that are much bigger than Singapore. This is definitely going to be a revolutionary space to see and to watch because it's likely to help you, at least ease your worries and concerns about traveling far. We've also got the God's Eye advanced driving system. I've tested it myself, Ryan. It's amazing. If you have fears about parallel parking, this would solve all your issues, Ryan.
How does it work?
It basically, I think it locks the front wheels while the back wheel basically moves in an axis. So all you need to do is basically go into the parallel lot or beside the parallel lot, is keep your position there, and the car will drive itself in.
Like a crab, sideways.
Basically, yeah, like a crab. Yeah, it moves sideways and gets you in perfectly. So that's one to watch. And of course, BYD, based on its latest forecast, it is estimating about 5 to 6 million vehicles this year, and it is already off to a strong start, with the first 2 months of 2025 having sold about 93% more than what it sold last year, to 623,300 units. That being said, shares have soared more than 50% this year, a stark contrast to a 34% fall for Tesla. So, verdict for today, I'm going to go with a triple hot for BYD.
Okay, I think this is your first triple hot I've seen.
I feel like I'm selling them a bit much, but to be honest, because of the experience that I've been, and the numbers that they've shown, that is enough to convince me that this is a pretty hot company. And across the board, the different consensus forecasts from TipRanks, Yahoo, and Barron's all giving it a strong buy rating for BYD.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same direction, but with a bit of caution with what's been playing out of the tariff wars. Of course, the Chinese EV maker trying to make inroads into the West. You might see some pushback. So it remains to be seen how this goes. But yeah, a lot of momentum behind the growth story.
That's right. Now, Ryan, before I let you go, here's a fun fact about BYD. It was founded in 1995, and the company initially started as a battery manufacturer, right? Now, one of the most intriguing aspects of BYD's branding strategy lies in the use of Chinese dynastic names for its car models. So we're looking at Qin, Han, Tang, Song, and the Yuan dynasty. So it's quite cool because you actually see the characters in the cars that's imprinted on the steering wheel itself. That being said, what does a person with an upset tummy and an electric car owner have in common?
That's a tough one.
They both hope to make it back in time. Okay, Ryan, why did the electric car finish the race early?
Why did it finish the race early?
It had a short circuit, Ryan.
Okay.
That's all we have for BYD.
Before acting on the information on Money FM, please consider if it's suitable for your own investment objectives, financial situation, and risk tolerance.